this each and every week. I guess we might as well make it a weekly segment. Travis for Heisman, 12 for Heisman, however we want to name it. Let's make our case once again why Travis Hunter is and should be the leader for the Heisman Trophy.
Well, I'm gonna break it down to you a couple different ways, Chico. First up, the Heisman Trophy by the Downtown Athletic Club standards, not Neely standards, by their standards, goes to the best college football player in college football that season. All right. Now, there's a little twist to it. They typically only pick from the winning teams. So there have been years that you've had guys that might have been the quote unquote best, but their team didn't make it to bowl games or beyond. And so that guy didn't get picked. However, the winning team part is not actually in the formula. That's a human deal doing that. So let's go with the standard. The standard is best player in college football. If you were to look at the numbers for a wide receiver and go with the top 5 wide receivers in college football right now, Travis Hunter would be one of them. If you would go to the defensive side of the ball and look at the top 5 in statistical categories, one way or the other, Travis Hunter would be in it. So how is a guy who's in the top 5, even top 3, even number 1 in some of these categories on the offense and on the defense, not in aggregate, the best damn player in college football? He's doing it from both sides of the ball. I don't know that a special teams person in the history of Heisman is running. You're either going to come from offense or defense to win it. And he is one of the best receivers, the best cornerback in the nation, doing both of them at the same time, playing 100 snaps a game with no fall off in either category. And you tell me what's rule number 1? You have to be the best player in college football. Let me tell you this, dog. As much as I've seen them have a team's record come into play, this is one of those Paul Hornick situations. Team record ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care what the Buffaloes go on to do the back half of this season, the end of this season. Travis Hunter has already proven 5 games in, he's the best player in college football.
First 4 games, 7 catches, 132 yards versus NDSU, 10 catches, 110 yards versus Nebraska, 13 catches, 100 yards versus Colorado State, 7 receptions, 130 yards versus Baylor, 9 catches, 89 yards versus UCF. That's a record to have 4 consecutive games over 100 yards. He is what he has now, 2 picks already. Is that 2 picks or is that third one? I think 2 picks. Ash, what is that? Is that his second pick, Ash? Yeah, I think that's his second or third pick. So
you talking to Pig Yoda?
46 receptions, 561 yards, 6 touchdowns. I said if he had double digits touchdowns and 4 to 5 interceptions, it should be automatic. 1,000 yards he's on pace to have, it should be automatic. I think, and that's what he's headed to, man. Nobody else has ever done this. A lot of people like Miro. He's a quarterback. A lot of people like Cam Ward. I like both of those guys, but
let me say this. I don't know how many Downtown Athletic Club are going to invite. It's not always 5. It's not always 3. It's not always 4. So let's go with 4. Let's say they invite 4 people to sit on the front row of the Downtown Athletic Club, New York City.
Mm-hmm. Who you got?
Cam Ward should be sitting there.
Most definitely.
Alabama's quarterback should be sitting there.
Most definitely.
Like I'm not denying that there are other people who are good / great at college football this year. What I'm just saying is 5 weeks in, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. 5 games in with 4-1, he has proven he is one of, if not the best player in college football. So who are the other people sitting there? There's plenty of people worthy of that. Hell, Shador is. But Shador ain't even tweeting Shador for Heisman. Hell, Shador is tweeting Travis Hunter Jr. for Heisman. He sees it.
But we've always said from the jump that we think that both of them could and should be sitting there at the end
Absolutely.
of the season if they have, or not if, but when they have the type of season that we are projecting them to have. We
I would
need
just say this,
us
Chico.
because
As much as I believe that, and as much as a fan and a black historian, I would love to see that. I think some of the other quarterback numbers thus far, if the trend continues, will bump Shador out if he doesn't go back to having 4 almost 500-yard games per game. Is he the most consistent quarterback in college football? Yes. Does he have the best command of his throws? Yes. Does he have the best percentage completion? Yes. But when people start looking at average yards per game, touchdowns per game, then he's probably coming in around third right then. And if you're only bringing 3 or 4 people, I can see Shador being on that bubble.
Yeah. And I saw exactly